Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Natty's Book Corner. I am Natasha, aka Natty Willie, and I'm here with Krista. Say hello.
Hello, Christy.
Christy. Oh Lord. Christy. This is the first time I've actually gotten your name wrong in a very long time, so I'm making progress.
You're okay.
Yeah, we haven't finished discussing the Shadow Rising of the Wheel of Time series, so hopefully we won't take too much time, but I think we're kind of wrapping up the Shadow Rising because we didn't really touch on Rand's last battle with Asmodean near the tail end of the book, as well as, the battle at Cold Rock's Hold. Was it Cold Rock's Hold?
Yeah,
Okay. Lord, I
because
can't.
it's our Imari Stand is the one that they came back to, so nobody there, and then Cold Rock's attack occurred with the
Okay,
Drakkar and everything.
right. So let's just get right into at least the battle of Colorasso. And there are some people missing. Saba again is not here with us, and Ray is not feeling well. So hopefully he gets better, because we definitely need to delve into the fires of heaven next time. But we'll miss them. We definitely wanted their opinions on the rest of the book, but we need to press on. So Cold Rock's Hold. I really liked meeting Ruark's second wife.
Right, Leanne.
I thought she was really cool, and that whole dinner scene with Rand and everybody because he was trying to like eat and like just discuss stuff, and he was just completely awkward. Avienda was trying to teach him stuff, and is this where she was beating the rug?
Yeah, she ended up having to beat the rug afterward.
Or, right, because of how she was treating Rand as like, I didn't I teach you anything? Um,
Yeah,
and is this when she started sleeping
yeah
in his room? Okay, okay, that's what I thought.
um, it wasn't. She ends up starting to sleep in his room after uh
The attack.
certain somebody yeah he starts learning how to block his dreams is when she starts sleeping in his
Gotcha.
room.
And he had the dream in this book. Okay, so he had the dream where he was in the Two Rivers. He was like off in the mountains, and he was in a pool, and
Right.
I can't remember who was first though. Was it Min who was first or Elaine who was first?
It was Elaine and Min were in the pool with him, and then they were calling Avienda trying to get her into the pool with them.
Right. So,
And then Lanfair shows up and starts complaining, am I gonna let you be unfaithful even in your dreams?
oh gosh, I'm like, you haven't, woman, you have no claim on this man. Like seriously, just get over it, move on. Oh Lord, just move on. And I felt bad for him because I'm like, that could have been a very nice dream, and I was like, he's enjoying himself, and this crazy woman just pops in there like no one's business, like. And now I think we have an idea, guys. There is three that fall in love with the man. I think that's a major clue.
And
At least at how he
yeah,
feels. At least at how he feels. We still don't know how Avienda feels. For the time that we know of her, she kind of hates him, and she's just looking out for Elaine's best interest. So for
right.
the time being, we know that Rand is kind of crushing on Avienda a little bit. He's kind of checking her out. So that definitely got revealed in Cold Rock's Hold. And then we have the attack of the Trollocs. And didn't they attack
Wait,
before
don't
they reached Cold Rock's Hold?
um
Wait, what?
yeah, actually I believe there was an attack before Cold Rock's Hold, but he also you can't skip where he bought Avienda the bracelet, where
That
he
he
tried
did
to
it then?
buy the
It wasn't in the next book?
bracelet from Abby. Yeah, that was told he did that because he gave it to her as a present for his teachings, and that was when she was beating the rugs.
Okay, okay, um, okay,
So
because
that was a very important part.
something else happens in the next book that's just as significant in yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
I thought they kind of happened around the same time, but the bracelet definitely was a gift because he felt it was a gesture of, saying thank you. But unfortunately, in IO culture, that's like a sign that you're really
Yeah,
interested.
the maidens got all excited.
um, so I thought that was kind of funny. Because he even he went to the maiden's house and was like, I need to
Yeah.
buy something. And they were like, ooh, Rand's all interested in Avienda.
Yeah,
um,
they were all happy about it.
well, yeah, because
And they did their big ceremony, remember honor, and they're all sitting there, 70 maidens he had to drink tea with.
right. And I think, was this when he kind of like decided, they would like represent him, or was it closer to when they
That
were
was that was
closer to
closer
Big
to
Powwow?
our Caldal.
Okay, Crocodile. Okay. So up until this point, I mean, we've met like Kadir, is it Keely or Kelly? I call her Kelly.
Kylie.
Um, Kylie, thank you. And Ascendra. Ascendra is like
Yeah.
really pretty, and she's just like really checking Ran out. And Avienda, of course, notices, and she's like, "Oh heck no!" And even Egwene is like, "Ooh, you're just stop." And she definitely makes plays for Rand, or she's just like staring daggers. And of course, Matt's trying to rap at her, and she's just not having it. She's like, ugh, no, I'm looking at Rand. And Kylie, I had a feeling, let's be for real, I had a feeling that that was Lanfear from the way that she was wearing
Right.
white, right?
We're making a big deal about how beautiful her voice sounded and
Right.
everything. So, I mean, it was like, okay, there
All right.
she is.
Ding, 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 ding. And at the end there, after the battle with Asmodean, he was like, "Yeah, which one were you?" And she was like, I could stand a little fat." Oh,
Yeah. I enough in my ego to know that, I can handle a little fat. It's not going to bug me.
yeah.
And it's like, damn, woman.
I know, right? Oh man, Lanfear is just a trip. But man, she is powerful, like in the power and everything. But it was just like she's just crazy, just
Yes,
crazy.
she's a very disturbed lady.
And didn't one of the maidens get killed at Koldrak's hole, like with the Drakkar? Who? It was one of the wise ones, right?
Right, one of the Dreamwalkers, Senna
Oh yeah, I
was
felt
the one
bad
that
for
got
her.
killed.
Yeah,
And
that sucked.
Rand's Guy Sheen also got killed as well.
Right. Okay.
Coinda or whatever her name was. No,
Yeah,
Chion.
Tom. See, you're better with names than I am.
Chion, yeah.
Yeah. See that little detail. I
Coinda
just.
is
Whew.
yeah, Coinda is Egwene's Guy Sheen.
Okay. And Aviana kind of saved his life on this one, right? Or kind of had his
Right.
back just slightly. I do recall that. And Matt was being awesome with the Asherandai and just, spouting, whatever he spouts. He's like, this is so crazy. And Rand is, acting all weird and, come get at me. He was like, basing at him really, like, come at me, man. Like, what? With all of the Trollocs and Jakar and stuff. And he destroyed several of them, right? In the sky. I think he did like lightning, if I recall correctly.
Uh,
He did
what,
something
Rand
with
with the
Jakar.
yeah, actually he and Avienda ended up bale-firing them.
That's what it was. Thank you. Um, yeah. And Maureen's like, what was that? Cause no.
No, no,
Okay,
the
that's
bale fire was the dogs. That was different. That's next
Okay.
book.
Yeah, that's
Next
yeah.
book.
Sorry, slight spoiler, guys. But yeah, the balefire is being used a lot here. It's being used a little too much here, and I didn't realize until then, or rereading it now, how significant that is and why it's forbidden. Like you kind of already have an idea, but the fact that it's being continued as a weapon, and Rand is not really realizing what this is, and Avienda is not really realizing what this is. Several people are not realizing what this is, and they're knowing how to do this. It's kind of like,
Yeah, they're just accidentally stumbling along, and figuring out how to do and not understanding the consequences of it.
yeah, and
And they really don't. For a very long time, they don't.
yes, yes, and that's with several of the characters, but yeah, without spoiling it, it plays a role. Trust. There's a reason why that it was introduced the way that it was introduced, and why Moraine is really adamant about it being forbidden, even though she's used it herself already a few times because she felt it was necessary.
Right.
So yeah. So now we can finally talk about the battle. So Arkaldai is like in chaos because Rand just dropped the bombshell that, hey, we were tinkers.
Well, let's expand that out a little bit. I
I
mean,
mean,
we
we kind
gotta
of touched on
can't
it.
just jump in.
I know, but we kind of touched on it. Either it was in the previous episode that we did, or the first episode that we did for when we talked about Shadow Rising. So we did kind of touch on it. So if you have not watched the previous episodes where we discussed the book, we kind of touch on it, but we can rehash it just briefly. So Arkadai, all the chiefs are
Crocodile.
Arkadai. See, shame on me. I should know this stuff. Uh, but there's a big powwow. The chiefs are meeting, and they're trying to confirm that Rand is the Karakar, and Couladin kind of drops, crashes
Major bomb.
and crashes a major bomb, and also is like showing his arms with the dragon tattoos, and Rand shows his. So there's a conundrum here. They're like, well, who to believe? Well, of course the Aiel are like, well, let's believe Couladin. I mean, he seems like he's a great warrior, especially the Shadow. Even though people are, from other clans are kind of hating on the Shadow, they're like, yeah, but he's an Aiel man. He's like a real Aiel man, not like Rand, who is dressed as a wetlander, even though he looks like an Aiel man. And Rand just pretty much was like, well, cool, then did you go to
Like,
Rhuidean?
well, I gotta prove it, so.
Yeah, I gotta prove it. So then he broached the topic of Rhuidean, and that's usually forbidden to talk about because, the chiefs and the wise women, they're like, okay, only people that we think can survive what they see can go down there. Well, everybody now knows what goes on in Rhuidean, the Aiel history, and not everyone's happy to hear that news. Chaos
Right.
ensues. And,
So,
Couladin, of course, initially was like, yeah, it's a lie, but the chiefs were like, no, it isn't.
no, Rand's the Karkarn.
He's the
We're just gonna
Karakar.
have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And
So,
then that starts the bleakness.
yeah, that starts, a lot of chaos, and then it's like time stops, or so to speak. There's like a dome that's around, and then Kylie, or Lanfear, pops up. She's like, what the heck are you doing? And you drove Asmodean away. Well, Rand initially thought that one of the Forsaken was Kadir, but it turned out that it was the Gleeman that was there. Jacine, is it Jace?
Just Jason to tell.
Jason Nattel. See, I was trying to be all cute and be like Jason or Jacine.
Yeah,
Nattel.
no, Jason.
I know. See, I know of several Jasons, and it's like, really? So Jason Nattel is Asmodean in disguise, and Rand doesn't
Which
really.
should have been a giveaway. It
Yeah.
should have been a giveaway because he's a musician. So,
Yeah, I was kind of leaning towards that anyway. I knew that Kadir was at the most a dark friend. I really didn't think he was one of the Forsaken. Um,
right,
but the Gleeman, I was like, oh, you're looking kind of suspicious, dude. And I was proven right. But Lanford's like berating Rand, right? And then he's like, and then she tells him like, look, he's trying to find something better, so he went to Rhuidean. And so Rand is like, up, I need to bounce. And he actually instinctively knows how to create like a gateway. And it is one of those gateways where he, is on a platform and he skims. They call it skimming. That kind of gets revealed
right.
later on, but it's a form of traveling, and so he skims. But initially, he goes like as steps, and then he sees Jason, aka Asmodean, in the same like skimming area, and so he copies him. And it's very interesting to me how Rand just immediately picks stuff up. I
Well,
always
he
have
he
found that
copied him.
fascinating.
He copied him when he went in because that was the only way that he could follow him in the exact same point. Is
Right.
he saw what Asmodean did and copied him exactly, and that was the only way he was able to follow him in the same pathway.
Well, that was a good thing because he actually tried to stop, the gateway from closing, and he barely managed to get through. In fact, one of his boot heels got
Right.
cut off, and I was like, "Whoa, that was close." Like he didn't even realize how dangerous that was, or he didn't remember how dangerous it was. Um, but then they have like a major battle. He also notices that Asmodean is has like a black string attached to him, and as we've known,
Yeah, he's got the black strings
yeah, as we've known from
from
previous books, that
Ishmael.
Ishmael and what was it? The first two, Beth.
He didn't see below. With Agenor, he had noticed the with Sidene. He noticed him pulling it from the eye and cut off the connection to that. But the only one that he noticed the actual black cords on before was Ishmael.
Okay, I do remember Ishmael for sure, but I couldn't remember if it was Agenor too that he saw that. And maybe you're right; it was the white
Yeah, no, it was
versus
just the
black.
white from the Sidene.
Okay, yeah, but he notices the black, string attached, and he proceeds to try and get rid of it. Now they are in Rhuidean at this point. They're like, major battle, buildings smashing, and just Rhuidean's getting destroyed. This poor city was like sitting pretty all these years, and it takes Rand to just pop in there and be like, "Look, I'm just destroying everything, trying to get at this guy." And they go to the the Avensdora,
Avent Aventador.
Avendesora.
Aventador.
I'm having a really hard time pronouncing stuff tonight. But
That's
the
okay.
tree, let's just say the tree. They go to the tree where all this, Angreal and several objects are on the ground, and they reach for this disc. Was it a circular
It's
disc?
the No, it was the mail access key.
But
The
what was it
Chosen
shaped as?
Call, the access.
It was like it was.
Huh,
It was a picture
it was
though,
a
right?
mail.
It was like it was a disc though. I think, right?
Yeah, it was no, it was the statue. It
It
was
was
like a
the statue.
1 foot statue of yeah, it
Darn
was
it!
a 1 foot statue of a man.
Because I know about the big statue, and that's where he felt the source being pulled from, um,
Right,
and Asmodean was pulling just as much power from that one source, and it was a lot.
right.
And Rand is like, look, I got to do something. I'm getting tired. I need to do something. And then, fortunately, he had the
He
fat
had
man
the
on
little
Grial.
mail one. Yeah.
Yeah, he had the little
Yeah.
male Angreal that he's been having, that he has taken with him a few times already, and that pretty much saved the day as far as his battle was concerned, because he was able to pull in a little bit enough to cut the sword, or the
Cords.
black cord from Asmodean, which he's like totally screwed now because
Severed him.
he's severed from the Dark One. he's gonna go cray cray like everybody else, everybody that's male like a channel. Or that's his
And
concern
of
anyway.
course, all the Forsaken are gonna end up believing that he, turned traitor.
Pretty much. And Lanfear was right. Like, I can just tell them and they'll just believe it because you're just one of those people. If
Yeah.
you feel like you can, if the advantage is for you to be on the good side, hey, you'll go on the good side. But unfortunately, he really didn't want to be on the good side. But
Right.
he's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. But not only that, but Lanfear, pops up because she notices that he has the male half of the major Tarangrial. Is it Saangrial?
Sangreal, yeah.
Saangrial.
It's the Choden call.
The Coendal. The
No,
doll.
the Choden call.
The Choden call. Yeah, the Choden
Choden
call.
call.
Yeah, yeah. Just
Those are the big statues. The one that is buried off of Tremalking is the female one, and then
right.
the
And
buried
Lanfear
in
has
Fairhigh.
right. And Lanfear has been searching for the female Choendal. Um,
She wants the access key.
she wants the access key, and she leaves, and Rand finds it. He's like, I'm keeping it for right now."
And Asmodean's like, she'll kill you if she finds out you've got that. And he's got, but she loves me. I thought that was funny when Rand comes back with that, but she loves me.
Yeah, but he was like, dang, it's like a rabbit wolf.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't. But anyways, but Lanfear actually cuts Asmodean for the most part off from the source. Like he can only trickle a little bit. She has shielded
Right.
him enough so he's able to teach Rand because really he's the only one that could teach him, and that's why she chose him because everyone else would be trying to kill him.
Well, see, no, actually, what she had put forward was that the Dark One had told her to use Asmodean. So, I mean, it's really sad because if you look at all the information, the Dark One actually gave his blessing for this to happen. He wanted Asmodean to be the one to teach Rand because he wanted his adversary to be there at the end and everything. And he turns around, and because he was weak, he just gets abandoned, by Asmodean. You couldn't cut it, so you're screwed.
Jeez Louise. No, well, I mean, we really, yeah, because as far as we know, Asmodean is going to be teaching Rand how to use Sidene. And I
Yeah.
guess we can thank the Dark One for at least trying to make sure Rand was up to snuff when he faced him. Like,
Yeah,
what?
because there's no point in fighting if it's not like a kind of equal basis there.
Well, yeah, but
But that's why I always knew that, like with a certain somebody, that Rand would be safe from him until he was up to par, because
wow,
there's no satisfaction in stepping on an ant.
that's very true. And because he is a reincarnation of Lews Therin, like he kind of knows stuff and he doesn't understand why he knows stuff, and so that has to come into play at some point in the series, as well as actually being taught how to use Sidene or relearn how to use Sidene, because again, he's a reincarnation of someone that used to be very powerful in the One Power, and knew how to
Right.
use it. So yeah, I think that's it in the nutshell, and we're finally done with the Shadow Rising. So next time, guys, we
I,
will be touching on, no, not touching, we'll be focusing a lot on the Fires of Heaven, and we may be having multiple discussions on the Fires of Heaven because a lot of stuff happened in that book too.
it's a very big book.
And it still saddens me that that was the first book that we've You know what? Never mind, because I'll discuss that the next time. Because yeah, someone is not in the book, and I wasn't too happy when I read it, and I was like, wait, he's not in it. They're not in it. What's going on? I was like, they have to get back to this person at some point. Why haven't they gotten back to them? Um, so we'll definitely be discussing that too, and the fact that that kind of, you know, yeah,
Right.
yeah. So I feel like I'm about to spoil something. All right, so a lot of stuff happens in the Fires of Heaven, and we'll definitely begin probably. I'm trying to think who we can really begin with. Probably Swan and the female folk of
Yeah,
the
because
book,
it
because I feel
it
like Rand just needs
actually
his own just needs his own show. Rand just needs his own
yeah
show, and um, and just go from there.
yeah because it actually begins. The book actually begins in Min and Liana in
Right,
Core Springs.
right. So
So
yeah, so yeah, that's just a tease. That's a tease. So for those that have not read the book yet, because again, let's
better hurry up.
better hurry up. So and for those that are going through their reread for the first time, you know what? Definitely join us the next time. I'll definitely try and be better about posting when this is going to air, so you'll watch it live. But you can always watch it in the archives. Like, it's there for you to enjoy for anyone that's reading the first series for the first time, as well as anyone that's doing a reread. So there you go. Um, so Christy, is there any place where anyone can find you, like Facebook groups or just anything else that people can find you?
Um, I'm all Facebook. It's Echelon 1123 on Facebook. So anybody's welcome to look me up.
Yay! And you can find me on Twitter at Wolcat12, as well as at the Nerd Element on Twitter. And you know what? I write some articles on the website, thenerdelement.com, so check those out. So thank you, everyone, for joining us. We'll talk to you next time about the Fires of Heaven, and hopefully we'll have the gang back, and maybe a few other people.
It
So
would be
it
nice.
would be nice. So, catch you guys later. Bye.
Bye.